Hello everyone, welcome back to my crafting world. This is Anna. Guys, I was working with the star bow, and I love this bow. It's so pretty, and the possibilities are just endless. I'm serious. So I am going to give you a really quick tutorial on how you can put a backing on this star bow. Quick, easy, simple. This is the bow that I'm working with, the star bow, and I'm just gonna, I have most of it done. I'm just going to make the bow on the larger bow. So that is what I'm going to be working on, and here are my bows. I have made a few. So I made this one in green. I just thought that green was so pretty, and what I did was put the glitter paper on the back of the regular cardstock, but there is the larger one, and then here is the smaller one. So it's really simple. I mean, you know, it's really simple. I just thought I'd go ahead and share it with you in case you needed a really easy way to do it. So I've already done the smaller, the pink one, and I just think this one's just a little flat. Whoop. And fluff it up a little bit. So here is the pink one, and this one is the glitter paper on the top and the plain cardstock on the bottom. And even that just brings out those stars very nicely. So like I said, we are going to make the larger one. And you know, guys, you can make this a double bow. Absolutely. I would remove this and just use the top loop and make it a double bow. That would look just stunning. I'm going to make some more, so that will look beautiful. So the first thing I did was I cut out my my die. I cut my piece with the glittered cardstock, which is right here. Okay, that's the first thing I did, was cut this top layer out. And then what I did with this one was I flipped it over and I put it on a piece of cardstock, whatever I want underneath. And all I did, guys, was trace this with the pencil. That's all I did. Trace it onto the cardstock with the pencil. And then I came in and I cut inside the trace line. So I cut probably 1/4 of an inch. I'll measure that in a little bit. But, and it doesn't have to be a perfect cut. Okay, so I'm just going to cut about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, not taking too long because it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll be under my good piece, my, you know, top layering piece. Okay guys, there is my piece, and as you can tell, it's not perfect. And so like I said, I was going to measure to see about how much I cut off, and yeah, it's just it's a little over 1/8 of an inch, or you could go 1/8 of an inch, and then trim off more if you need to. But I'm not too worried about you know, getting it exactly. Like that looks like more of, you know, that one looks like 1/4 of an inch to me. Yep, and it is. But anyway, it does not have to be perfect. So this is trash. And then you take your bow, the top layer, and you put it on top of your of the piece that you just cut out. Okay, so there you go, guys. It is okay. I probably have to trim this one up just a little bit, but that's it. So if I felt like I needed to trim something, I would keep these in the same order. So I know that this is the top that I need to trim off. So I'm going to trim off a little bit of that top. And then remeasure it, put it back on there the way it was, and there we go. I think that's a good fit. So again, I'm gonna put this right there, and I know this is my top. This is my top. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to put glue around the bottom piece, not the top piece, because the top piece is of course going to be larger than my bottom piece. All right, so I've got my glue on the edges. I'm going to take my top piece again and just put them together, making sure that all my areas are covered, and you know, the solid piece is not off-centered, and this one looks like it is a little bit, but I'm not going to worry about it. Why? Because it's the back part of the bow, and I just put it down crooked and, you know, or uneven, but that's okay, because that's the back of the bow. I want to make sure that this much of my bow is in, you know, it's great, because that's what's going to show. Now I'm going to let this dry for a second, and so it will adhere. Okay guys, that's kind of dry. So this is the front, and this is what the back would look like. But we're not worried about that, because we're not going to be looking at the back. So I'm going to take my bone folder, and I'm going to curve it just like any other bow, so that we train that paper where it needs to go. Okay, so now I am going to take my glue. I'm going to put glue on each side of these tabs right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put some in the center. Okay, now I'm going to take these and put them together, making sure I've got them where I need them, and then this one goes down as well. And what I did is I took one of the clamps and I clamped it down and let it dry, and then I went on to the next one. Okay, it looks good, and I just put it down and went on to the next one. And I also did the tail for this one. So this is the tail for the larger one, and that's what the back looks like. And you can actually probably put this together like you can put that together like that. That looks really cute. Or you can just put the bow on the bottom piece. That would look good too. I am having a lot of fun with these bows, and like I said, the possibilities are endless. So once this dries, I'm going to put glue on the back, and I am going to place my tails on my bow, making sure that it is where I want them to be. Making sure they are even, and then I'm going to put this clamp back on there. Guys, you can, of course, you can do this with hot glue. It doesn't make a difference what you're using, as long as it's something that's comfortable for you. And I don't mind hot glue. I just didn't plug in my glue gun. There we go. And I just let it dry, and this is how it turned out. So I forgot to cut my centerpiece, and I just didn't want to take everything out again, and so I just took a little strip, of course, you know, and let me, while this is still, I'm going to put this on there, put some glue on there, and let that dry completely. I'm going to put a little glue on the back there. Actually, I'm going to cut that off. I think I moved it a little bit. I'm going to cut it off so it's not as bulky. Yeah, I did move it. But anyway, so I'm going to put my clamp back on here and just let that dry. And like I said, you can use your hot glue gun if you're wanting to get this done a little bit quicker. Like I said, I didn't plug mine in. So the Starboat is as simple as that. It honestly does not take very long to get it done. And you can make these up, have them ready to go for your project. And I just love, love, love how they turned out. I really do. I love that Starboat. All right, guys, I'm just putting stuff away here. All right, guys, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to let this dry, but this is what it turns out to look like, except pink. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Thanks a lot, guys.